58.
All about taking that next step and moving into the final day, getting himself into position in the last 16 of these. However, Ryan Joyce here in position on bullseye for what would have been a show-stopping start to the weekend and the afternoon.
That's a very Ryan Joyce thing to do, that, on that shot. Double top for Ted. Doesn't find the 10s either.
45.
So a chance for Joyce, and it's probably a good thing now that he missed the 25 because he can leave his favourite double 16.
Cash on the first leg, Ryan Joyce.
One of the best in the world at that double.
Evetts still not down to
67.
a finish and not really challenging on his throw in this particular leg again. And this has to be a concern for Ted. Yeah, this is nice for Ryan Joyce. It's good, solid stuff, and he's on course for a 13-darter for a 3-0 lead and a second break of throw.
It's a nice position to be in where you're sitting on the double and your opponent can do absolutely nothing about what you do next. And the way that Joyce has been hitting double 16, you wouldn't blame him if he went 4 double 16 here. You won't, though. Just above that and to the left to cushion it in. He needs to do that again.
No score.
But he went too far right.
135.
Yeah, you just wonder, he might have just left enough of a gap here, but Evetts looking to threaten this 135, and do you know what? He may well do so. 85 away, so, well, he was a long way off from that treble 15, wasn't he?
111.
A long way off. That was a concern.
Now this is a different shot. There was pressure, but the stick some pressure on. Evetts misses one more time. It could be game done, especially now he's got that ideal approach, and that's exactly what Evetts did not want to hear from referee Kirk Bevins.
140 to lead tops, a potential 13-darter to round things off. Evetts, though, looking at 76 to keep himself ticking over. 61 remaining now. That's potentially awkward. That leaves the bullseye for 5-2, and that could well be game, set, and match for Ryan Joyce.
And you require 40.
Not an ideal lie. But now he has a clear bed.
30.
And the first time,
So you require 25.
he has split a double and failed in those two different departments in this game. Predominantly, he's been awesome. Double 4.
21.
And Ted is not awesome
And you require 10.
on the doubles when he gets the chance.
So 2 for double 4 here for Ryan Joyce, playing it safe, not taking any chances with double 5, giving himself all the opportunities that he needs.
Qualifying, he beat Adam Warner by 6 legs to 3 and then squeaked through against a certain Andrew Gilding, but he's still here.
Yes, a couple of withdrawals this weekend.
100.
Gerwin Price, who has evidently decided, I've got enough money, I don't need to do this. And Jim Williams, who I'm told has a shoulder problem, but it is a real blow for the Quiff because he's missed 2 or 3 Euro tours in which he could have played this year, as well as some Players' Championship things. He could be in the mix for the match play, but he's not. He might miss out on the European Championship. How about this? Double 8 for another brilliant leg from Vita, slav Sedlak. Oh, 1-2-7 and game. Yeah, even the medic's nodding.
You register that big average. Sometimes it needs a shot like this to be put in the middle. It's not going to happen. But if he can shrink it to double 6 or something like that, which he does, that makes this 88 so much harder.
Couldn't take out 90 in the first leg. That was to break. Needs 88 to hold. Problem. 17s. Gets the treble. Does he save himself? Oh, it's nowhere near.
One good dart out of 3. That's what that was all about. 2 6s. Just looks really strong at the minute. Playing at a very good level.
But it's going to take quite the turnaround.
I mentioned that the winner of this one takes on Joe Cullen, the number 14 seed.
65.
Cullen's the kind of player in this tournament who would like to have a deep run, if not another win on the European circuit, just to make that seeding a bit smaller.
Well, he talked earlier on this year in Munich when he won a thriller of a game with Ross Smith that he was feeling the pressure of trying to protect his ranking.
117.
17 in tops. Combo finish. Missed low once, missed high once. And takes it out this time. The radar's calibrated. That would be my advice. Well, he's made it a bit tricky, but he's doing the right thing. Well, he's moved left and found the right-hand side. So I think he's actually hit a bit he's not going for, but it still worked out because everything Vita, slav, Sedlak has touched so far in this game has turned to gold. He has not missed a dart at double since the very first leg, his first attempt at double. Can he make it 6 consecutive doubles hit in a row to pick up just his second victory on the European Tour?
40.
What a performance from the Czech player on the doubles. We may not see a better performance than that all tournament long.
Yeah, well, while the match play may be beyond these two, as I mentioned earlier on, there are lots of races going on simultaneously. It just so happens that the match play is the one that comes to its conclusion this weekend. But in terms of the race for the European Championship, Van Veen has got himself a chunk of money, but he's still about $3,000 outside the provisional spots at the moment. Going to the ball. And getting the bullseye for a 12-dart start. Somebody emerge from the distant chasing pack.
Which we have discussed already this afternoon. Yeah, that
Jamie
would be
Hughes.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if somebody does it, and this lad was the lad to do it, good luck getting him in round one at the Winter Gardens. Because he is absolutely sublime.
140. Gianni require 100.
I mean, it is astonishing that we are already talking about the potential new Josh Rock, barely 12
60.
months since Josh Rock
really 76.
announced himself in his own right. But here we are, Christian Kist, in no doubt as to what he was up against when the draw was made for this tournament, but Kist has levelled things up at one apiece. And as you mentioned, you know what, Liam Mandel-Lawrence will still be posing for that photograph in 30 minutes' time. He does everything laboriously, but yeah, good to have him back with us this weekend. I think it's his 4th European Tour event. The 18-year-old from Munich, once again with us on the European Tour stage. But yeah, Kist, as I mentioned, tied for 2nd at the moment on the Challenge Tour.
126.
So he too with agendas.
Oh yeah, double 6.
Just taking a moment to double check, but that's exactly what he needs. And the 1-2-6 checkout is forthcoming. And
Van Veen's brilliant. It's that 76 checkout that he took out earlier on. Can he repeat the trick with Van Veen breathing down his neck?
84.
Oh, not quite as closely as you would hope.
76.
yeah, 1-2-2. Certainly within his range, and problems here for Kist after that single 5. Can't find the treble 13 that would have
36.
left a shot at double 16.
Gianni require 122.
And this would really hurt Kist if this were to go.
4 18s. There's 3 of them. There's the 4th. Another bullseye finish. Oh, you betcha. That is spectacular from Van Veen.
161.
Well, this is a pivotal moment of the match, you feel here, but he strayed into the treble 5 instead.
95. Gianni require 156.
Van Veen targeting another ton plus finish, and he may well get it. He may well get it. 156 on double 18 for Jan van Veen for a 5-2 lead.
120.
And he wasn't very far away
Christian
indeed.
requires
Frustration
66.
for his fans in that particular segment of the crowd over there.
Leaves double top.
Game
And
shot
gets
at
double
Sedlak.
top. And Christian Kist is
Eighth
producing
leg, Gian to throw
some
first.
real clinical stuff at the back end of legs. He is
64.
Again, this is another make or break moment in the match, you feel. There's so many potential turning points in this match right now as well. This is the intriguing aspect of it.
60.
Just a 60 there from Van Veen. And now Kist, maybe, just maybe, a big visit here.
85.
It's a game of
Gianni
so
require
few
104.
mistakes. He goes 15s.
Double 16 for Van Veen.
Game shot on the
Well, he
eighth
celebrated
leg.
that
Gian van
almost
Veen.
before it hit the
Ninth
board.
leg,
I think he would have ended that on the evidence of what he's produced so far today. First round defeat recently at the European Darts Grand Prix in Sindelfingen.
180 number 5 for Jan van Veen. He's hit all the maximums in this contest.
134. Gian, you require 99.
And still, Kist comes back at him with another big visit of his own. Double 16. And this time he gets it. It's not a ton plus finish, but it might as well be. It's a 99 to round things off in style for Jan van Veen.
Thought it'd be a good job here to pressurise that 106 of Lukeman. Seen a lot of Japanese games console references this afternoon already, with a bit of Mario and Tetris. What's next? What's next, Martin?
88. Graham, you require 40.
I suppose you could say he's a bit like a duck hunting for the target right there. You got that joke.
Well played.
You're about my age.
Chance for a break of throw for the first break of the match, and just look at how much has been obscured. Steps over to the right-hand side of the Oki
20.
and pulls it low, and Lukeman, having missed
Martin,
a
you
dart at
require
double 18.
That lie wasn't as bad as it appeared, actually, because there was a little pocket of that target open between the two darts that he couldn't find.
But the scope for a deflection was a clear
14.
and present danger, as they say, as well.
Graham, you require 20.
Lovely Harrison Ford reference there, by the way. Clear and present danger.
Double 5.
Game
And a
shot
very
the fourth
nervy
leg.
conclusion to
Game
the
ball.
Players'
72.
Championship Order of Merit, so not too far away from the top 64 to get himself to Minehead in November. Double 12 here for Lukeman to get one back,
60.
and this would be only a hold of throw. He's got time and darts in hand, though, with Hall on 249. Just a reminder as well, not a reminder, but just to highlight once again that Hall had the perfect European Tour debut
140.
this year. Not
Martin, you
many
require 12.
players have won their opening match on the Euro Tour 6-0, but he did against Adam Gavlas. Double 6 inside, downstairs to leave double 1.
No score. Graham, you require 109.
This is a real pinch if he takes this. This will make Lukeman feel really bad.
Well, Lukeman had the missed opportunities on double 18 and double 9 in the previous leg. This time it could be double 6 that proves his undoing. Oh, and he's missed the big number. Needed the single 9 to leave tops. He's hit the 14 to leave 35.
89.
And we can speculate as to
Martin,
why
you
that
require
happened,
12.
but sometimes when you hit that 60 with a chance like that, it's all about you just getting ahead of yourself and not thinking about the single.
No
That
score.
marker for double 6 was a nightmare for Lukeman. He
Graham,
might have
you
been better
require
off
20.
splitting that double 6 on dart 2 and having a clear shot at double 3.
Yeah, 13 missed darts at a double now for Martin Lukeman, and Hall now looking at double 5 for another unlikely steal, and that's exactly what he's got. He backs up the break of throw with a hold of throw. It was
A real thriller.
yeah, Roby John, I think, will still be thinking about how that one slipped through his fingers.
He's not here, though,
127.
and the defending champion is. Luke Humphreys will take on either Liam Mendel Lawrence or Marco Cantella. That game between Lawrence and
85. Martin,
Cantella
you
comes
require 92.
in the first game tonight.
Yeah, so Roby John has seen a big chunk of money come off from last year in the one-year Order of Merit, the Pro Tour Order of Merit ranking.
No score.
Oh my word, he's busted his score, it slipped in. Well,
That's the pitfall when you've got 60 and you've got a flight in the way. I've seen a few other shots used recently, treble 12 or even double 14 to try and leave a double.
well, you just
Especially when your
Martin,
opponent's
you
not on a
require
finish.
92.
Think outside the box. Double 6. All's well that ends well.
plenty of practice on this double 6, and
80.
he's missed again.
Graham,
And
you require
I just wonder whether that
138.
bus score on 92 might well just bite the hand of Martin Lukeman here. 138 not going to go. 20 to leave tops, one would have thought would be the way forward, and that's exactly what he's done here.
12.
Well, here we go again, a double six.
Like Groundhog Day here for Martin Lukeman, but this time he gets the happy ending.
Shot is treble 19, but he's not under massive pressure here. Now it'll be treble 19.
97. Graham, you require 140.
Couldn't take the biggie in the previous leg. Isn't going to take this one, so it is definitely advantage smash now. You take that double 18. It's a break of throw, and you've got Hall on the block.
You require 36.
Good experience there from Smash. Slight interruption in play. Starts the process again. He gets it right. Takes the lead.
Martin Lukeman.
For the very first time.
Yeah, he was 4-1 down, but he has reeled off 4 legs without reply. And
a turn. It probably takes him 4 hours to do the prep that we would do in 3. Because he isn't the quickest. But he's good. And that's really good as well.
Well, it may well be that he saves the best till last. It could be another 14 darter. He's had a couple of those already, but this would be one heck of a way for Lukeman to sign off. It's been a bit of a stuttery performance, but he's come good in the end, and he's 41 points away from a passage into round 2 and a meeting with Nathan Aspinall, the number 8 seed, tomorrow. Double 16 is found at the first attempt, and Martin Lukeman completes the comeback. 4-1 down, but 5 without reply for Smash.
But at this portion of the season to put something rather new in, that's unusual for Brendan. Maybe just trying to make something happen. Because it's been a season where he has had a couple of runs.
Find the treble 19. Go, the 1-4-1. But Scott leaves himself on a single to double combo to hold throw in the opening leg. Brendan Dolan will go straight at the bullseye here, I would think.
One of the strongest players on double 16 in the field. But that's not the port of call. That's marvellous. And if there are some nerves in this game, because he knows exactly what's happening.
Or 360s, 357s, 3 balls. That'll do. Look at this for a leg. Oh, what a leg of darts, Connor Scott.
He can't accuse Connor of not being very mathematically sound. He is way ahead of average when it comes to counting.
140.
One of the best things about watching him.
24.
You're not sure where he's going to go.
Double 12 is where he wants to go, and he does go there for a 10-dart leg. Connor Scott bursting into life in this game, having gone 2-0 down.
Single 18 there. He can go 25 to leave the finish. Superb board management.
Yeah, it does leave him an awkward finish in 139.
He'll go for 57.
45. Connie Rig 139.
That would have left 82, and it would have left 42 for tops. That's what he would have done.
93.
But people who count like Connor, they're always thinking, at worst, trim the score based on the number at the end. So it was the 9 he was looking to trim off at worst. That one's trimmed down to 40. And a wonderful shot from Dolan to break straight back.
It was only a run at the World Championship that saved him, really. 20 for tops. Lurch with that dart. And
40.
you could hear it's
hit
something. Is it dart and then wire?
I think it was flight. Then his flight on dart 3 actually hit the wire. What a life for 54. Oh, and he goes the wrong side.
56.
So Connor does come back.
40.
Trying to nip one and pearl one there. At least he's coming back.
And it's an open bed, as is double 10. As is double 5. And all 3 of them are missed. And Brendan Dolan is given a gift-wrapped opportunity for a 7-visit break of throw and a 5-2 lead.
16.
Can't unwrap it.
Connor, you require 5.
Now, Connor's got 2 choices. He goes for door number 1. And can't finish it on double 1. It is now
And then you require 32.
the most nervy leg of this game.
They weren't great attempts, were they? They weren't that close.
32, yep.
Brendan will be pleased to see that he's still got double 16 left. Missed outside with both his attempts last time round.
Yeah, Sean
Hits it this time. 22 dart break of throw. Here's this September, since Brendan Dolan made his, to date, only Euro Tour final. Had plenty of other quarters and semis and things.
How ironic that he lost that to Kim Huybrecht. And he's the person who's just above him in the World Matchplay race.
Well, match darts incoming for Brendan Dolan.
140.
And Scott is down to a finish, but I think his chances are finished here. It's going to be 4 Euro Tour appearances and 4 defeats for Connor Scott. As Brendan Dolan pins double 6, and Dolan is still very much in the hunt for a spot at the World Matchplay. He jumps up a spot, and now it's Kim Huybrecht in the hot seat.
I had my greatest ever pre-match fish and chips at Sedlak Park.
Wow.
Extraordinary.
There we go. Rob Malarkey's Tales of Football Munch. There's a feature.
140.
Now, Andrew Gilding will be looking to wrap this first leg up on double top, and that is a feature of Gilding's play. There have been times over the last year and a half where Andrew Gilding has looked sensational, but particularly when it comes to his double top hitting. He's going to get a chance.
Beautiful side-on angle from our camera team, and it illustrates beautifully. 65 to leave 65. Gilding with more than a half chance here for a 4-2 lead and the first break of throw.
$48. Darrell requires 65.
Really threatened that treble 20 with a second dart. 65 for Pilgrim.
25. And you require 56.
Missed dart for 3 apiece, and Andrew Gilding is going to get a couple at tops for the first break of throw. It's the only thing he's missed so far on the outer ring, but he pins it this time. 14 darter, break of throw, and the UK Open champion just stretches into a 2-leg lead. Standings of this game, this might be changing.
Yeah, 268 scored after 6 darts. What can he do with the next 3? Looks promising once again. Looks very promising once again. Pressure being applied by Darrell Pilgrim. He's on course for an 11 darter to get back into this contest.
Right, you enjoyed that 171 a bit more than the 180 earlier. Darrell Pilgrim knows that he's playing well right now, and he knows that this might be getting a little close. Too close, maybe, for Andrew Gilding. Double 16. Back-to-back 12 darters. Yeah, proper stuff from Pilgrim.
87.
Not enough to even leave a finish. Darrell Pilgrim doesn't need to worry about the bullseye.
Well,
down in increments of 2 is not going to help him.
65.
Well, he's going to get darts for the leg, but it's not the ideal setup. Yes, he had to go that way, single 19 to leave a single to double. Going any other way would not have done that.
100.
But this could get awkward, and it's a problem of his own making.
he's looking straight at the double 11, is he? Yes, he is, but he's come inside, so only one more dart at the double, and it's at double 4.
14.
And it's wide of the mark, and Andrew Gilding has
80.
found himself in a position now where he can snatch this match just when it looked almost a certainty that we were going to go to a decider. Pilgrim may well reflect on missed opportunities in a moment because Gilding's looking at double 10, and Gilding now is looking at a second-round match against the number 2 seed Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Representation.
Yeah,
They will see Fabian Hertz making his return to the European Tour up against another German in Ricardo Pietreczko. And Liam Mendel-Lawrence against Marco Cantala. That will get us started at around about 7 o'clock local time.
97.
Yeah, some very
Matthew Require
illustrious names
123.
on the stage tonight as well. Raymond van Barneveld, 5-time world champion, multiple major winner James Wade.
43.
The likes of
Mickey
former
Require
Euro Tour champions as well in
142.
Jose de Souza, Simon Whitlock as well. So plenty to look forward to. Kim Hybrecht's on stage as well.
Penny for his thoughts right now. He's on the bubble for the match play.
Double
Penny
11.
for Mickey's.
Game on the fourth leg.
Well, I said
Mickey Mansell.
that this match had the potential to spark into life, and I think that may well be the turning point.
Matthew Require 142.
Very sensible use of the bullseye there with the final dart. Just a little tap on the shoulder for Matt Campbell.
90.
Treble 10 would have left double
Mickey
16 as it is. 52 is
145.
very manageable, unless Mansell, having taken out the 142 in the previous leg, can take out the 145, but it ain't going to happen this time.
25 possibly.
125.
That's why I said possibly.
Matthew Require 52.
The way he was looking at the board, he wasn't 100% sure what he wanted. He chose, he got what he needed, but he doesn't get a chance.
Big dart for Matt Campbell there. 52 check out, one dart in hand on double 10.
143.
In round 2 tomorrow, but work to be done here for Mansell. Campbell, just a single 20.
107.
When you've got 173 and you like tops the way that Mansell does, I'm surprised he doesn't go 19s, because 7 of them would leave tops.
Matthew Require 36.
You've got a favourite double, try and leave it. Big shot.
18.
Not quite there.
Mickey Require 73.
Treble 11 tops then for Mickey, surely.
Or the equivalent of single 19, single 14. There'll be a reaction if he hits tops. Matt thinks he's getting it. Matt was right.
On the 8th leg.
Very little emotion from Mickey.
Very little indeed.
Mansell would like to wrap this up as soon as possible. And the best way to do that is to plumb in a max here and leave double 19. He might even go 18s here because the lie's not prime.
138.
Well,
Matthew Require 140.
This would be one heck of a way to keep himself going, but once again he's
100.
reliant on Mansell making
Mickey
mistakes.
Require 80.
And Mansell, having been locked at 3 apiece, is in danger now of starting away with this one and just moving towards the finish line. 20 for tops. A look of resignation maybe on the face of Matt Campbell, and that is exactly why, because Mickey Mansell has found a way through on double 20, and he has found a way into the second round.
Sitting out in a tournament like that
100.
can either say to you, you know, I'm not good enough and I can sap my confidence even more, or you can look at it a different way.
99.
It's a chance to
Stephen
start
Require
again.
84.
Double 12. Double 6.
78.
Now, opportunity.
Callan Require 82.
Beautiful
Whoa.
dart. As is
Game shot
that.
on the third leg.
He makes this game look so easy sometimes.
Fourth leg, Callan,
Regardless of
96.
whether they play well, none of them record what they did right that weekend. You might have done
72.
something small that has such a big ripple effect. You might have had a certain breakfast or done a certain thing prior to playing.
140.
If you do
Stephen
something
Require
positive,
24.
write it down and don't forget it.
Double 12. Oh, and he's
18.
dragged it. It might have just
Callan
snuck in that
Require
double 12 were it
54.
not for the dart just outside it.
Open goal.
Game shot on the
Back of the
fifth
net.
leg. Callan Rydz.
Full of beans at the minute.
First. 85.
That's enough to get to a
Callan
finish,
Require
but it is a big one.
109.
Callan Rydz with a massive advantage in this leg. Treble 19, not there.
57. Stephen Require
This will be some take.
136.
For one of 2 holes that he needs.
96.
This is a better
Callan
chance
require
than the
52.
previous one he had.
Double top. This time, Callan Rydz gets it right for just a second win on the European Tour this year.